If you really care about that consumer sovereignty,
Yes.
you'll get involved with your customers, good or bad.
Most South Africans find ourselves in a place where we need a bit of inspiration. We don't have to look far to find exceptional South Africans who have personal life stories that inspire. Join me for a cup of tea with Raymond Ackerman, a giant in the retail world. What I understood over the time about the principle doing well while doing good was particularly to do good to others, other people, other companies and other communities.
Correct.
Do for them what they can never do back. They can never repay you for what you do for them. And in a growing company, it's very difficult to do that because you don't have cash. But a lot of things we could give in kind, and we did so. And we saw that that really paid off over time.
Absolutely right. I think I told you that when we started, we didn't have cash to be involved with social programs. But I learned from an American supermarket company, they gave till strips to the church to help them build up cash to build a church hall. And from the time we started Pick n Pay, I've been involved in not just with churches, but with groups all the time by helping either physically with sending people to help for if they're raising money for a fundraising, but to be involved with the community. If you want them to back you, you've got to be involved with them. And the strange thing is that they support you and the profits flow the more you help them, not only with what you're actually selling, they help you by saying, hey, this is a good company, let's back it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I remember a story of a lady that came to see you. She was a debutante, and you gave her a cup of tea and I think 100 rand. And many years later, you bumped into her in the store.
Yeah.
And she became one of your most loyal shoppers. And you explained to me, show me any marketing initiative where you can get so much loyalty for 100 rand. And that stayed with me forever. Have you got more stories like that?
Did I ever tell you about I was driving back from Rondebosch, from town to Rondebosch, and a car, a station wagon passed me, loaded with Checkers goods. Now I started Checkers, I lost my job after building 89 stores, and then I started Pick n Pay.
Yeah.
Anyway, this was many years later, and I said to my driver, just follow that car. It was loaded with Checker goods, and that really hurt me. But I had to drive all the way to Fishhook and past Fishhook near Simonstone.
Yeah.
I stopped at her drive, and she went in, and she said, got out of the car and looked at me. What are you following me for, Mr. Ackerman? I'm following you because I believe you had a problem with Pick n Pay. She said, how do you know? I said, let me have a cup of tea. So I had a cup of tea with her, and I found that 10 years previously, she'd been into one of our stores and she'd bought stockings. And our policy is to take back without question.
Yes.
Even sometimes people take us for a ride without question. Then we try and get it back from the supplier. So we're not just nice guys.
Yeah.
We try and get it back from the supplier, but it costs a lot of money every year. I heard you say this on TV. I heard you see it in the press, and they wouldn't take the stockings back. And I said to my staff that Ackerman tells lies. I told her family and friends never to step into Pick n Pay. I said, can you give me the 10 names and addresses? I said, firstly, it was totally wrong because we do take back without question. And then we have a fight with the supplier. I took I phoned or visited everyone, and I got them all back.
Wow.
And here I was, chairman of the company, of a massive company, following a customer, finding out a complaint, and then going back and managing to I got all back bar one.
Yeah.
Those are the things that you don't read in books.
No.
If you really care about that consumer sovereignty,
Yes.
you'll get involved with your customers, good or bad.
Yes.
Not just on helping them with their charity,
Yes.
but handling complaints, finding out what they feel. It's quite amazing how visiting stores, I go around shaking hands, talking to people, and I probably pick up 5 or 6 things every time I do it.
Wow.